You see people in masks everywhere now, right? It's become totally normal. But have you ever just stopped and wondered what's really going on under there? Could be a huge smile. Could be they're just bored out of their mind on their way to work. Or maybe it's something else. A scar one that splits their face all the way to the ear. You just never know. Now, listen. This isn't just some ghost story you tell around a campfire. This was a real, documented social panic, a wave of fear that actually swept across all of Japan back in the late 1970s. I'm serious. It got so bad, police had to run special patrols. Schools literally forced kids to walk home in big, safe groups. Why? Because everyone was terrified of meeting one particular woman. A woman who asks a single, simple question. A question you cannot get wrong because there's no coming back from it. Her question is, am I pretty? Okay, picture this. It's the 70s in Japan. The sun's going down, painting the sky orange, and a little kid is walking home from school, all alone. There's a cold wind. The street, a street they walk down every single day, is eerily silent. And up ahead, a woman is standing there. She has long, dark hair, a nice, classy beige coat, and a white surgical mask covering the lower half of her face, which back then wasn't a common sight at all. She starts walking towards the kid. The only sound is the click, clack, click of her heels on the pavement. She stops right in front of them. "Hey," she asks. Her voice is soft, almost gentle. "Am I pretty? I mean, look, she's a beautiful woman. What are you supposed to say?" A good kid gives the right answer. "Yes, you're pretty." And in that instant, she reaches for her mask and rips it off. Underneath is a massive mouth, slit wide open from ear to ear. It doesn't even look human. Her voice changes completely. It becomes this low, twisted, guttural sound. How about now? This is where the real horror begins. Because it's a game you can't win. No matter how you answer that second question, it doesn't matter. Your fate was sealed with that first yes. If you scream, "No way, you're a monster." In that split second, a huge pair of scissors appears from inside her coat. She lunges at you with a sound like scraping metal. Game over. So you try to be smart and say, "Yes, you're still pretty." She smiles. That torn mouth stretches even wider. "Oh, good. Then I'll make you pretty, just like me." And with those same scissors, she carves your mouth open, ear to ear, to match hers. People got so desperate they started making up all sorts of weird escape plans. It's what we do when we're terrified, right? We create rules. They said you could confuse her by saying, "You look average." Some stories said you could throw hard candy on the ground, and she'd get distracted picking it up. People were inventing these bizarre cheat codes to survive an impossible situation. But where did this all come from? Well, the classic story they tell goes way back to a time of warriors and castles in feudal Japan. They say she was the beautiful wife of a powerful, jealous samurai. He became convinced she was cheating on him, and in a fit of rage he took his sword and sliced her mouth open. "Now, who will ever call you beautiful?" he screamed. Ever since, her vengeful spirit wanders the earth, asking everyone that same tragic question, "Am I pretty?" It's a perfect ghost story, right? It makes sense, has a clear motive. But it might just be a story made up long after the fact to explain the unexplainable. Because the legend of the Slit-Mouthed Woman didn't go viral in the age of samurai. It went viral, 1970s style, in 1979. In just a few months, it spread like wildfire. So why then? Why that specific time? The truth is, the thing that created the Slit-Mouthed Woman might not have been a ghost. It might have been society itself. Think about the world in the late 70s. Japan's economy was booming. Cities like Tokyo were expanding like crazy. It was a lot like New York or London in their post-war growth spurts. The old Japan, where your whole neighborhood was like a small town and everyone knew each other that was disappearing. Suddenly, you're living in a massive, anonymous city. You're surrounded by millions of people, but they're all strangers. You have no idea who you can trust. This was the first fear gripping society back then. The fear of strangers. She doesn't appear from a graveyard. She appears on the street, on the way home from school. She seems like a normal person at first, and then she reveals she's a predator. She was the ultimate boogeyman, the embodiment of every parent's warning. Do not talk to strangers. But that doesn't explain everything. Why a woman? And why was the theme beauty? Well, in the 70s, just like in the West, the influence of TV and magazines absolutely exploded. Everywhere you looked, you were being sold new standards of beauty. And this was the second fear, the insane pressure on women to be beautiful. Her face is the ultimate symbol of beauty gone wrong. Her question, "Am I pretty?" isn't just a question. It's the scream of every woman who has ever been judged only by her appearance. When her beauty was destroyed, she lost her sanity. She wanted to destroy everyone else's beauty too. So you see, the slit-mouthed woman isn't really a ghost. She's the darkness created by society's twisted obsession with beauty. She is the dark side of that pressure. Whispers in the classroom spread to the teachers. Parents started to panic. Then the newspapers got a hold of it. Rumor fed rumor, and the fear just snowballed into a nationwide hysteria. There are actual records of this. Schools ordering kids home in groups, police running special patrols, emergency parent meetings. But there is not a single official record of her ever being arrested. Not one piece of police evidence that she ever actually hurt anyone. What does that tell you? It tells you that sometimes a story is more powerful than reality. An invisible fear is far more terrifying than a threat you can actually see. The story of the slit-mouthed woman literally changed the behavior of an entire country. So, what's the really scary part here? A ghost? An urban legend? No. Maybe the most terrifying thing of all is the fear and prejudice living inside our own society. The slit-mouthed woman was just the mirror reflecting it all back at us. So let me ask you, if she appeared in front of you right now and took off her mask and asked, "How about now?" what would you say? If you enjoyed digging into this, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We're all about uncovering the hidden truths behind the legends you think you know. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.